Some people confuse the journey of life with a destination that they want to reach. And what I mean by this is that we're all kind of going somewhere, aren't we? We all have hopes, goals, dreams, aspirations for our future. There's always that greener grass on the other side of the fence. Do you know what I mean? Of course you do. All right, we're all in this constant state of comparison as human beings. You know, when we say things like, oh, you know, when I get there, life will be better. When I get there, oh, when I can just reach this milestone or this stage, I will be fine. Things will be better then. And it's kind of like many of us go through life with this idea that when we reach the destination, we will be better, life will be grander, and so on and so forth. And we can sometimes, through this process, fail to just appreciate the journey that we're on. Life is just a journey, all right? All we ever have is now, right? You know, if you think about time as a concept within itself, all right? Yesterday was yesterday, that's history. Tomorrow's a mystery. We've got no idea whether we're even going to wake up tomorrow morning or not. So all we ever really have is now, all right? Which means that life is actually just a succession of nows, right? All you've ever got is now. All you've ever had is now. Back then you had now. Tomorrow you're going to have some more nows. And the truth of the matter is we've got no idea what the next now is going to bring, all right? This now that you're having right now is probably bringing you something that you weren't expecting, all right? Don't know what your expectations of this course were, all right? So it's important to understand the difference between the journey that we're on and the destinations that we want to reach. For you, for example, more confidence, self-esteem, you might see that as the destination, but is it really? Is it really the destination? Or is the main destination for you what it is that you hope to be able to achieve with more confidence or self-esteem? Because some people, and I've had so many conversations, I spent about a decade of my life practicing as a coach and also as a counsellor. So I've had this conversation literally thousands of times. And some people, they have their main goal in life, I want to feel more confident. And then I ask the question, for what purpose? Why? Why do you want to feel more confident? You want to feel more confident so you can have some warm and fuzzies? What you think like being confident is a great place in life to be? Confidence is nothing more than fuel for our life. So if you view our bodies as vehicles, confidence is just kind of like the fuel that equips us to get to where we want to be, which is ultimately our destination. So I ask you the question, what is your final destination? Is it really just confidence? Is that the end within itself? Or do you actually want to build stronger, healthier, more robust relationships? Do you want to launch a business? Do you want to launch some sort of world movement? Do you want to run for office? What is your main goal? What is the overarching goal? What's the reason why you actually want to become more confident as a human being? Because I want to suggest right now that that's going to be the only thing that's actually going to motivate you and drive you to grow and develop yourself as a human being. All right? No one else in the world can motivate you because you yourself are already motivated by something. It's either going to be serving you and building you up, or it's not going to be serving you and tearing you down. All right? You're going to have to develop the eyes to see this for yourself. So the aim of this course is to actually equip you for growing in the following 4 ways. All right? I'm not here to make you feel anything because I can't, all right? This is a computer screen that you're watching me through. I'm not a witch, I'm not a wizard, I don't have magic powers. I can't make you feel confident. If you think about it, all I have inside of me is my knowledge, my understanding, and my emotions and my beliefs and things like that, all right? They're mine. All you have inside of you are your thoughts, your opinions, your beliefs, and your feelings. They are yours. The aim of this course is to equip you for growing in the following 4 ways. First and foremost, maturity. Maturity in life, some people see as being something that accompanies age. Maturity has nothing to do with age. Maturity has everything to do with acceptance of responsibility. All right? When we stop being overwhelmed by our feelings, when we stop passing the buck and blaming other people for the reasons why our lives are as they are, it's then and only then that we can start to grow and develop as a human being. It's only as we start to grow and develop as a human being that other people are then going to start taking us more seriously and start finding more value in us. Now this might seem like a little bit of tough love, but seriously, you probably need it, right? Come on, everyone does every now and again. So when we stop making excuses and start creating changes, we become automatically empowered. This looks like us taking responsibility for our life. If you think about it, becoming more empowered, well, that's kind of living at the opposite end of the spectrum of low self-esteem and low confidence. So becoming more confident is actually going to require you to become more empowered, which is only going to happen as you stop making excuses and start taking more responsibility for pursuing those things in your life that you actually want. When you see yourself starting to progress, guess what? You'll see, oh, I got this. Confidence comes from there. Decisiveness. We don't get nowhere in life apart from through making decisions. All right, every single day we have choices to make. You're watching this video right now and you might not like what I'm saying. You might love what I'm saying. You might be confused by what I'm saying. You might not like my hair and decide that it's time to turn me off. Either way, you're going to make a decision. And the decision is going to cost you something. This is the principle of opportunity cost. When you say yes to one thing, you're going to be saying no to something else. When you say no to something, you're going to be saying yes to something else. Right, that's kind of it. That's just life. It's how we progress. It's why every single person ends up in different places in life through the decisions that they make. On some level, whether you are aware of this or whether you're not, the decisions that you have made in life have brought you to where you're at today, this crossroads. The question is, what decisions are you going to make next? And this is why I'm here. Right? I'm not here to change your life. I'm here to influence your thinking, to help you make wiser decisions that are actually in alignment with where you want to be in life. Your confidence will just grow through the process. It's kind of like a cause and effect thing. Progress in life, confidence grows. Progress in life, confidence grows. Progress in life through your own efforts, confidence grows. All right? Life is a constant process of deciding what we're going to do next. All right? And it's one thing deciding what we're going to do next, and then it's something else taking action. All right? Consistency. Consistency is a quality of behaviour which doesn't vary greatly over time. Right? Think about the kind of people that you trust the most. Do you trust those people who are emotionally unstable, up and down like a yo-yo? One day they're happy, next day they're sad, next day they're ecstatic, next day they're depressed or stressed out or having a temper tantrum or something like that? And the answer is no, of course you don't. Right? We cannot trust consistency. Well, what is consistency? Consistency is consistency in character, in patience, in perseverance, in strength. All right? We can only trust those people who we know what we can trust them for. Right? Can we trust a person to be there for us, to listen to us? Does this person genuinely have our best interests at heart? The answer is yes or no. Right? And the question is, how would other people find you? Because this is essentially what I'm talking about when I'm referring to intrinsic value. How much value do people find in you? Now, I guarantee that the amount of value that people find in you has nothing to do with the amount of value that's actually in you. Because lack of confidence, low self-esteem acts as that blocker where some people end up keeping themselves in and end up not sharing their value because on some level they don't see it as being enough. The degree of effort that we make with ourselves and with others will directly relate to the amount of value that people find in us. Once we see that people actually want to be around us and that people are actually finding value in us, guess what? Confidence becomes irrelevant because we have it automatically. It's just there. Wow, if I just keep on doing more of this, it's not confidence that I'm getting here, it's fulfillment, which is better. Right? Fulfillment becomes better. So resilience. Why do we need to grow in resilience? Because stuff happens. That's right. Bad stuff happens even to good and lovely people. There's a pretty good chance that some bad stuff has come to you. All right, but the question is, how do you respond to the bad stuff? Do you sit down and take defeat? Or do you stand tall and live to fight another day? Come on, it's all to do with our character, isn't it? It's a choice that we have. We're all at the foot of this decision tree. Do we stand up? Do we stand down, sit down? Like that movie all those years ago, Sliding Doors, with Gwyneth Paltrow and was it Colin Firth? She was running for the train, and in one reality, she made the train and her life went in one direction, and in the other reality, she missed the train and then her life went off in another direction. And likewise, what's true for trains and true for Gwyneth Paltrow is also true for you, my friend. So, when stuff happens to you, how do you respond? Do you sit down? Do you take it, admit defeat? Are you a victim? Because that's one approach you can take. Or do you say, right, okay, tough stuff happens. I need to deal with this. I need to respond, regardless of how I feel.